which brings me to Sean Hannity. So yesterday, Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's personal attorney, is in court, and he is trying to keep them from revealing all the documents they got, which he says violates lawyer-client privilege. And the judge is a friend of Bill and Hillary, presided over George Soros's wedding. They called her the love judge in New York because she was caught in an affair with a businessman. So Cohen is trying to protect the names of his clients. He says he's got three clients last year. One was Donald Trump, and then this guy, Elliot Broidy, who was a venture capitalist and the former deputy finance chairman of the Republican National Committee. And what he's doing, he's paying off girls for these guys, right? And who's the third guy? And he says the third guy is Sean Hannity. And apparently there is an audible gasp in the courtroom, and the media goes bats. Hannity, to make fun of them, just to make fun of them, Hannity just strung together all the times he was mentioned in a single day. Let's cut 12.
He stood up and he said the name Sean Hannity.
How did he say it? Was it like Sean Hannity? Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Hannity. Hannity. Hannity. Hannity. Hannity. Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
It's Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. 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 Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Hannity. Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. 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 Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity.
Hannity. Sean Hannity.
I love it. So of course, you know, the comedians go absolutely bonkers, right? They hate him so much. Jimmy Kimmel hates him. Stephen Colbert hates him. Stephen Colbert really sank low. Here is Colbert's piece.
Cohen only has two other clients, and all he does for them is pay off mistresses. Which raises the obvious question, who did Sean Hannity have sex with? Now, we don't know, and I can't prove this, but I think it's that football he's always holding. Yeah, every commercial break, he's got his hands all over it. Daddy wants some pigskin.
You know, the other day there was a piece in, I think it was in the New York Times, a former newspaper, used to be a newspaper, by Kevin Yu, a guy named Kevin Yu, Y-U. And he was watching Roseanne, and they had a funny joke on Roseanne. Roseanne and her husband, Dan, wake up after they pass out on the couch, and they say they've missed all the, and Dan says, we've missed all the TV shows about Black and Asian families. And she says, oh, they're just like us. You know, they're now, you're all caught up. In other words, the message of all these shows is they're just like us. And the headline of the story is Roseanne, when a punchline feels like a gut punch. If one joke on one TV show is a gut punch to this guy, I want him to just imagine what it is like to be a conservative in America, where you are hit every single day by every single late night comic. I will say this, the Late Show did do one funny thing that really is worth playing, where they mashed together pieces of Sean Hannity. These are all spliced together over the years to make it sound like he was confessing. So do we have that?
And this is a Fox News alert. President Trump's longtime personal attorney, Michael Cohen, is my attorney, and I defended him right here on this program. Can anybody say conflict of interest? A huge conflict of interest Fox News has largely ignored. To put it another way, Sean Hannity should be fired, like yesterday.
That was pretty funny. But I mean, since every comedian is going to attack him, somebody's going to get funny. Here is Sean Hannity explaining his relationship to Michael Cohen. Let's cut 13.
Michael Cohen never represented me in any legal matter. I never retained his services. I never received an invoice. I never paid Michael Cohen for legal fees. I did have occasional brief conversations with Michael Cohen. He's a great attorney, about legal questions I had, or I was looking for input and perspective. My discussions with Michael Cohen never rose to any level that I needed to tell anyone that I was asking him questions. And to be absolutely clear, they never involved any matter, sorry to disappoint so many, matter between me or third party, a third group at all. And my questions exclusively almost focused on real estate. I said many times on my radio show, I hate the stock market, I prefer real estate. Michael knows real estate. So in response to all the wild speculation, I want to set the record straight here tonight. I never asked Michael Cohen to bring this proceeding on my behalf. I have no personal interest in this legal matter.
So all over TV, they're calling for him to resign and slinging insults at him. Alan Dershowitz was on his show, and really, I have to say, Alan Dershowitz is really coming off really well, and said this to him. This is what Dershowitz told Sean Hannity.
I really think that you should have disclosed your relationship with Cohen when you talked about him on this show. You could have said just that you had asked him for advice or whatever, but I think it would have been much, much better had you disclosed that relationship. You were in a difficult situation.
If you understand
obviously.
the nature of it, Professor, I'm going to deal with this later in the show.
No, I understand.
It was minimal. I put out a statement about it.
You should have said that, and that would have been fair to say that it was minimal.
That's
Look,
fine.
you were in a tough position because A, you had to talk about Cohen, and B, you didn't want the fact that you had spoken to him to be revealed. And you had the right, by the way, not to have your identity revealed.
I have the right to privacy.
Right.
I do.
You know, it's a complex situation when you're speaking to millions of people.
Professor, it was such a minor relationship in terms of, and it had to do with real estate and nothing political.
I understand that.
Good advice from an honest guy, but it's tactical advice. You do it so you look like you're, that you're guiltless. You don't do it because you have to or because it's a conflict of interest. If what Sean Hannity says is true, and I'm sure it is, if what he says is true, there is no conflict of interest. And as John Nolte wrote brilliantly today, we just saw James Comey interviewed about his investigation into Hillary Clinton by the man, George Stephanopoulos, who said to Hillary Clinton, "I love you, Hillary," and was her operative. I mean, they're all Democrat operatives. And so Nolte is saying, let us now have the Sean Hannity standard where every single person who covers the news has to reveal his connections. Did Barack Obama go to Martha Radiss's wedding? Yes, he did. She has to reveal that. So he says, Nolte says, now we got to have the Sean Hannity standard. But Hannity should stand fast. He should, I'm sure he will. He's a rock about stuff like this. He should not apologize. There's no point apologizing to the left because they're not out to get your apology. They're out to destroy you. And I think we saw Chick-fil-A. We should all follow that example. Stand by your principles. Stand fast. But if you feel that it is right to moderate your tone or say something about what you said, go ahead and do it once you've won, once your principles have lifted you above the protest.